these were per unit, but now we have to change them into total, into the millions. So this is what we're going to do. So I'll start with 1 times this production per unit, 1 times back to the question. Okay, so production, if you check, it was 1 unit, so you multiply by 1 million, like that. So times 1 million plus, open the brackets, 0.9 times, so this was 0.9 times 5 million, because we have 5 million. We are multiplying cost per unit times units, so that is times 5 million. Plus 0.8 times, so 0.8 is times 10 million units. Plus last one is 0.9 times, but we should times 4 million units. Yeah, so we are getting 17.1. So let's divide the total. So we sum up those three. Yeah, you have 50. Then total units, remember the units we have 1, 5, 10 plus 4. Back to the question. The units, we're adding this 1 plus 5, 6 plus 10, 16 plus 4, 20. So you divide by 20. So your cost per unit, target cost per unit will be 50 divided by 20. So we have 2.5. Now we are told that the launch cost, I think we also have the launch cost by an accountant. Let's go back. The accountant has also produced the launch cost. So the launch cost total 11 million divided by production units of 1, which is 11. Because the launch cost here, we're on this side. So the accountant has found an extra launch cost of 11. So 11 divided by 1 is 11. So 11 per unit. Hope we are following. So I'll add 11 here. So total life cycle cost will be 2.5 plus 11, 13.5. And how much is the selling price? We are told that this project will be sold at 8. So life cycle cost at 13.5 and the product is 8. So we can argue that we should not sell the product at 8 because the price is lower than the cost incurred. I'm trying to use another way of copying this. If I move here, Okay, I think what I'll do, you watch the video on how I found the answer. The video is around. Just remember that this was an error, so I can remove this. So I hope you will follow from the video, but you also practice on your own. So recommendation from the solution, we can say the selling price should be revised to reflect the extra cost of labor per unit arising from the launch of the product. Alright, because before the launch of the product it was okay, we would still have. So if we go back to the answer, before the launch of the product, the costs I think were 2.5 per unit. Alright, so it was better to sell at 8. However, after including the launch cost, the cost now is greater. That's what we're trying to say. It's higher than the profit now. So therefore, if the company maintains the same price of 8, a loss of 4.83 would arise. Okay. So that's how we're going to answer the question. Yeah, if you have a question, please, can we ask? How do we manage life cycle costs? So the first way of managing life cycle costs is to design products, design costs out of the product. What we mean is we should redesign our products, because if we design our products, a good example is phone. Let me give an example of Tecno. Not Tecno, the Nokia 1200. By then, if you were there, if you saw that phone of Nokia 1200, people stopped buying it. So what Nokia did was to improve the model of the phone, maybe putting in a camera and maybe a touch screen. In that way, it means you have designed your product. So that's the first way of reducing life cycle cost. Then minimize the time to market. So what we mean is you should take the product very quickly before competitors notice it. So don't spend time on designing the product. You should take the product to the market as quickly as possible. Then minimize break-even points or break-even time. So what we mean here is you should use a pricing strategy that should enable the organization to break even as quickly as possible. So maybe you can go for penetration pricing, where you sell the products at a cheaper price, so that customers buy as quickly as possible and they're able to recover your costs. That's break even. And also you can maximize the length of the product life cycle. How can you maximize the length of the product cycle? One, you can get the product to the market as quickly as possible. Second, you can find other users of the product. Example would be, we can use motor vehicle tires. If you are manufacturing motor vehicle tires, if they are worn out, you can use them for other purposes. You can use to make chairs using the tires. Then you can find other markets. Alright, so these are some of the methods used to manage life cycle. What are the advantages of life cycle costing? Number one, it provides the company with more accurate and robust pricing information. So you get more accurate information because the costs are calculated over the entire life of the product. It provides a real-time costs life cycle cost model. So you know when to reduce cost, which phase of the product accumulates more cost. It also enables equipment managers to see and understand the impact of their decisions on the life cycle cost of their assets. So as a manager, you know the impact of life cycle costs of a certain asset. Example is what we calculated. Remember, the accountant included launch costs. So once we include launch costs, it means we should not go ahead and sell the product. It allows the company to see the forward resource for parts, labor, and materials. Finally, it allows budgeting managers to plan cash outflows for the next 5 years and beyond. or you might know that I think this product we don't have enough customers, so maybe let's find alternatives of how we can generate cash from this product. Okay, so that's the end of life cycle costing. Next will be throughput accounting. So let's break for 5 minutes.